humongous, like huge-mongous fields of view. Hello drone racers, I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 101 we're going to take a look at the kind of notorious Topsky F7X goggles. You've probably seen reviews before, but you may not have seen these. This is the CAMO edition. Now, I don't know why exactly they decided CAMO was the way to go, but I'm sure some people are going to absolutely love this pattern. It looks like they did a pretty good job with it. These are the version 2, so they have all the upgrades, meaning they're usable. I did fly with these earlier. I went through several packs, so I'm going to give you my first impressions today, and then I'm going to show you what some of those flights look like. So when I put these on my face, I will say they've done a very, very good job now of blocking out the light. I know the first version had a lot of problem with that. I put these on my face and I see no light leakage at all. So I was very impressed with that right off the bat. There's a really nice like rubber set that goes around here. Fits my face really nice. It's Velcro, so you can replace this and change this around very easily. I really like that. There is still a sensor, so the screens won't turn on, so you can conserve battery power if you take them off. While we're here, we do have Ipd adjustments, but one of the problems they didn't fix in the version 2 is that the diopters here don't fit Fatsharks size diopters. They are larger than that, so your Fatsharks won't fit in here. Now I'm actually reviewing a custom set of diopters right now that's made to my prescription, and what I'm going to do is ask them if they are making any for the Topsky goggles. They just 3D print their mounts, so I'm thinking it wouldn't be that big of a deal for them to make that adjustment. But I will find out and list it down in the description below once I find out. Lots of options on the bottom. We have a fan control, and the fan is comfortable. I used it just enough. I don't need a fan around here very often for whatever reason, but when I turned it on just to see how it was while I was inside, it was just fine. Do have RX control for the receiver, so this has a receiver module bay. More on that in a minute. HDMI, headphone jack, data jacks if you add an optional head tracker, which I don't know if it's actually available or not. Power in is on the bottom, and then AV in. On the top we have channel up and channel down, and volume up and volume down, and then these little knobbies which come off actually really easy. I almost lost one already, but they're still pretty easy to use if you take them off. And some people may just not even want them on there. Just to take it off, you can get a feel for it for pushing the directions. So on the head tracker side, you have the SD slot. So these were actually off when I got it. There's plenty of space in here. I do not know if this will fit a LaForge module. I don't have a LaForge module to test with. And then the SD card slot does have a click-in slot, and it goes in upside down here. And which I didn't think it was needed at first, but it is kind of nice. You can actually still get to that slot with this cover on, so you don't have to take it off every time you want to check and change the card. You do, it does say in the manual a whole bunch of times, oh, there's a problem though, look at that. I put it in crooked and it missed, so I'm gonna have to adjust that. So as I was saying, it does say you have to have the SD card in it when you turn it on. That's a lot of goggles are like that. Make sure you have the card in before you turn them on if you want to record. And then the part you've all been wondering about, the module bay. Now if you look on GearBest website, which is the only place I know these are available right now, it shows a diversity module, and this does not come with a diversity module. This comes with a single module. And here, let me show you how to install it. Don't forget the cover. Yeah, it's worthless. Just throw it away. If you're gonna buy these, just don't plan on using that. You'll see here in the flight footage in just a minute. It's terrible. The other terrible thing is the channel up and down button. There is a scan, but it's awful. It doesn't work at all. So press up and down and change around, and it goes through the channels in a weird order, but it doesn't tell you what band it's on, and it's all stupid. But it doesn't really matter because now with the upgrade, a TrueD module fits in here just fine. It pops right in there, no problem. What we're gonna have to do is figure out a way to make a cover. I don't know if anybody's made a 3D printed cover, but with the version 1, you had to trim out the edges to get it to fit, and this goes in there just fine, and this is how I flew it, and with this, it was really good. So then you don't have to worry about the receiver or the channel buttons. I don't care about those anymore. Also in the box, you get a really nice case. I like the big case because there's room to store things like extra batteries. Some of like the Aomways case is terrible. It just barely fits the goggles and that's it. It does come with a battery. It's a 2200 milliamp hour battery. It's 2S. It has just a barrel connector. There's no other balance ports or anything, so you can't use this with the other goggles, but it does fit in there very nicely. It's a pretty big battery. It has a voltage indicator. Okay, here's a weird one. The wire, it is a really nice silicone wire that they used on this. So above everything else, I don't know why. It's a really nice battery, potentially. Also because they included a charger for it, because I hate charging Fatshark batteries. I hate it. Well, you know what? With this, I may actually do that more. This will charge, and it's 8.2, 2 amps in. That'll work just fine for this. That's about 1C. I hate having to have another adapter. I'd rather just use my batteries, but it does give you everything you need, and we'll see how good this battery is over time. It comes with an antenna. I think I'm going to install this probably the same way I did the included module. Comes with the cables you need for connecting it up to be able to use the DVR. Though there's also even an HDMI cable in there. I didn't see that earlier. Well, that's really nice. I don't think I've ever gotten any of these that came with an HDMI cable. It also comes with another set of foam, and this foam is thinner than the one it comes installed with. It's about half the thickness. So depending on which you prefer, I found this foam to be, I mean, it's soft. It's nice. It reminds me of my kids' new stuffed animals they just got for Easter. I kind of want to snuggle with it. So it comes with an instruction manual and an instruction manual. No, they're not different languages. Actually, this is a quick start guide, which is really nice when you just want to turn it on and go. It tells you how to get it on and how to change the channels, which you shouldn't do, but it doesn't tell you how to do the DVR. This does. Now, I have not tried 3D. Pretty much the only thing I needed to do was to figure out how to do recording, and I'll cover that here in just a second. And I think this is the best part. It came with these little dots, which I think are for the version 2s and the version 1s to get rid of the light leakage. Wherever you find light leakage, you can take this off. You take that off, stick it on the goggle. It's the same color as the goggle, and that way you get rid of any extra light leakage. See? That works great. So thankfully you don't actually need them with these. I didn't have any problem with light leakage, so I have no need for these. But it's funny they included them. Now the neck strap did not come installed, but if you can't figure out how to mount that on the goggles, you probably shouldn't be flying FPV. So pretty much all you need to know is once you've got them on, you can see your AV mode up in the corner. You can change that, and it supports 3D mode and other modes that my camera's not going to be able to focus on. So to start the recording, you pull back the right stick until it says record, and it'll beep to let you know, and then it shows record nice in the upper right hand corner out of the way, and then you pull it back one more time and it will start flashing. So it's really easy and not in the way like the first versions were to get it recorded. Now you'll see it's really hard for me to get the whole picture in because the field of view on these is humongous. It's huge-mongous. So here you can see my Furious module, and it's upside down. If that really bothers you, that could be a problem. But you take them off to look at them anyway, and to me, that's not a big deal. That it would have to be upside down in order to do that. So this would work really well with an Eachine Pro 58 module running Achilles also. I think that would fit. Okay, I had to try it, and actually that fits even way better. Look at that. That fits in really nicely. It's locked in nice and snug. This comes with double stick tape on the back. So once you got this all set up with your proper firmware, and then you slide it in through the back here and then pop it in, that fits nice. I like that a lot. I haven't gotten to try this yet. I still need to update mine. It just came very recently. I wouldn't have any hesitation with that though. Yeah, here's the Furious again, and it flops around just a little bit. So yeah, I think the Eachine is definitely a better option for these goggles. So enough talk, let's go fly. So I will say, wearing them like this, they're really comfortable, more comfortable than some of the others that I've got. So, and on my face, they're really comfortable. And I've already got the DVR going, but I accidentally pushed a button and changed the view, but that's all right. The view is so wide, I can actually just barely see the record option in the corner here. So we'll see how that works out. I'm gonna try and fly this, and I have not flown this model in a while. So we'll see if we have any video issues. So I do not have a diversity antenna in here. I have a receiver. I just have a single. So once I go out there just a little ways, I start to have some problems and some breakup. Wow, that's actually really terrible. That seems worse. I'm gonna stay in my yard actually, because it's really bad. Whoa, hello, Mr. Sun. Wow. Okay, I can't fly with these. Wow. Oh, did not want to land on the concrete though. Ouch, that sounded bad. Okay. I'm going to leave these going. And I've got my sky zones here. I'm going to just put these on. They're on the same channel, so we'll see how they go. That did not seem good at all, though. Holy cow, that was terrible. Oh. So here's one of the problems. The diopters don't fit in those, so they have their own size diopters, so I had to put contacts in. And now I put these on with the diopters, and I can't see anything. I cannot get these diopters out by hand, so I'm going to fly it even though I can barely see, just to see how the signal is. I'm going to fly very conservative. Okay, we'll say the field of view on those things is humongous. I look like I'm looking at a little postage stamp now, but I can also see, and I have absolutely no, not even a little bit of breakup. There's just a little bit. But, oh yeah, the receiver that comes with those is terrible. I mean, it's past terrible. It's unusable. So where am I? I can't see. This was a terrible idea. So here's what I'm trying now. I actually have a Furious FPV TrueD version 3.6 module, and I've installed that in here. It's upside down, so you have to hold them upside down in order to read the screen, but I don't think that's a really big deal. I've got a couple antennas on here, and it's loose. Definitely need to print a cover for it if I end up keeping this, but it will let me try it now to see if things work better. I hope they do. They've got to work better than that. That was terrible. Okay, so I'm going to fly this in auto level mode just to be safer. That way if I ditch it, I know it's not going to go crazy anywhere. So now this is actually the first time I've used this module, and that looks pretty darn good. It looks better. It looks about the same, honestly, as the Sky Zones. So it seems to be okay, although, you know what, I'm not sure. I must have this quad on a really low power at the moment, because it's not great even at that, and I would expect it to be better. I've still got some breakup over here too. A lot more than I did. A lot more than I would expect. But it's flyable now, which it wasn't a few minutes ago. Oh my gosh, I love this quad. Oh yeah. So it's not great on low power. I'm on 25 milliwatt. I would like it to be a little better, but it's at least flyable. It's at least usable now. Which it wasn't with the module that it came with. It was terrible. That was so bad. So here, as far as picture quality goes, it's good, but not bonkers good. You know what I mean? It's huge. It's absolutely the biggest video and picture immersion that I've ever had. Well, maybe not more than box goggles, but it is humongous. Okay, see what I mean? Yeah, just throw that module away. I wish they didn't even include it. Like, sell these and just don't even include a module or an antenna. I don't want it. I would save $10. If it's $10, I'm just going to throw it away, and everybody should just throw it away because it was really, really terrible. Why not partner up with Eachine, include their module, and throw Achilles on here? If they included the Eachine Pro 58 and the Achilles software on it, oh my gosh, we'd be a whole different ball game. But as it is, they're really nice to fly. They are super duper comfortable. Now, you saw the DVR footage there. So one thing I noticed is the recording for these is 1280 by 720, which is great. It's high resolution, but take a look at the actual stats here. We have the Fatshark Attitude V4s to be reviewed soon, the Sky Zones, and the Topskys. The Topskys have the best resolution. The others are just 640 by 480, but look at the bit rate. At first, I thought I was reading it wrong and missing a digit. It's like, surely that's 25,000, right? Like, no, it's 2,500. The bitrate is ridiculously low on these. The resolution is outstanding. The bitrate is just terrible. I don't know why that is, and maybe a firmware upgrade in the future will fix that or change that, because a higher bitrate would help a lot. I mean, the DVR looks okay. It's high resolution, but it still doesn't look great. Okay, final judgment. Am I switching to the Topsky goggles? Probably not. They're not for me, and here is why. It's the diopter thing. I wear glasses, and in order to review these, I had to go put in contacts. I still have some disposable contacts I wear every now and then, so I put those in, and then I flew, and I took them out right away. They're just not comfortable for me anymore with my old man eyes. If I can get diopters for these, they will definitely move up there a lot for me. So if you need diopters, check the description to see if you can get some custom ones and see how much they cost, because that would be a requirement, and you can't just buy them right now. I don't mind the scanning, the channel buttons are terrible, as long as I can put a module in here. Well, that one, because it seriously feels like it's made for it. It is rock solid in there. I like that a lot. So I have some different requirements, I think, as a reviewer than somebody who flies. I need to be able to change channels and scan. I need a really good scanner, which I'll get with this module. So that kind of offsets that. Having a really good scanner built into there will work off the Achilles. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't think it'll beat the Sky Zone for that part of it. Who should buy these? Well, today, the people who should buy these are people who want humongous, like huge mongous fields of view, and you don't wear glasses, and you don't want to pay for Fatshark Dominator HDs. I'm gonna say these are $100 cheaper than those. I know the cores are available now, but they don't come with all the cables that you get here, so there's some additional value with these. These are $100 cheaper, $100 less than Fatsharks. Also, if you just hate Fatshark for some illogical reason, I'm very glad I didn't get the version 1s. I would have been super disappointed with them. But I can say these are totally usable. I would totally use these without any problem at all. And if I just had one set and these were it, and I had that module in there, I think I'd be perfectly happy. I was really expecting these to be total garbage. And they were, with the module included. But that's an easy fix. It's like, what, a $30 fix? Enough rambling. If you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below and let me know what you think. So until next time, remember, I really do think they spec this thing just to fit that module. It is perfect.